10-8 podcast, and we are back. My apologies to everybody out there. I was on vacation. Don't take it out on my guys, Christine and my guy Jamel. But I was on vacation. I had to take the kids to Disney, but I was still on deck. We still gave y'all the Jim Lampley shit, which is crazy. Go tune into that.
On vacation.
But a lot of stuff has been happening, right? We have Canelo and Bud pretty much being launched. They're dropping everything and anything in terms of promo, even inviting the GOATs of basketball and football with Tom Brady and whatever. We're going to talk about that. Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney apparently is signed. Turkey LLC kind of being biased and being called out for it. Jake Paul versus Chavez. There's a lot to talk about. We're going to get into all of that right after this. Jamel, what's the word, my guy?
Everything's good, bro. Can't complain. Good to have you back home. I know you missed it being back at home.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like it was definitely like one of them things where you just like, man, you just want to get home. Vacation is fun, but it gets to that time, that moment, which is like, you know what? I'm ready to go home. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely like excited to be back and get to work. Like I'm really big on just knocking work out, but we tried our best, but my wife put it.
I did try to do. I did try to do. Like I said, it came down to the kids. Kids is happy. They had a good time. That's all that matters.
No, I had a good time. I tell you this though, I'm not gonna lie. Disney is expensive. We got to get a deal with Turkey LLC, one of these guys. Because that shit was expensive as hell. Like I was like, bro, they would charge you. Like I went to Aquatica, right? Bro, it was $16 for a hot dog. $16 for a hot dog, bro. I was like, what? I was like, nah, bro. It was highway robbery, bro. Like, but at the end of the day, you want to go out there, have fun with the kids and all that stuff, but it was definitely an obstacle, bro. I'm watching the stuff, man. I mean, shit. I could not believe how crazy this stuff was. But boxing was crazy this whole week. You had finally, it's going to rev up the promo for Canelo versus Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Finally, they dropped some stuff. My man was telling me that shit was shot like in the middle of the winter. If you look at it, right? If you really look at it, they're wearing winter coats. Like Shaq's out there, he got a bubble. Like it's kind of wild. Like I didn't even peep it until afterwards, but something did stick out to me. And Canelo was on. He was firing at all cylinders, bro. Like he really pulled your man card. The first face off, people like, oh, Terrence won. He shoved Canelo. Bomac threw himself in there.
Nah. We gotta go to the one before that.
That's when that first dropped.
My man Showbiz. Shout out to Showbiz and his pod, but he was thinking, what was he thinking? That Bud was intimidated, yada yada yada. Really? It's like Bud can't win. Then Bud did the whole shoving thing, and then they was like they gave Bud that, and then it came down to Canelo putting at the resume. But what I want to say on that is, no disrespect to Canelo, but I've seen people say also, but before the Canelo and Bivol fight, Bivol didn't have a supposedly stacked resume with elite fighters that he beat on there, and you see how that fight turned out. So don't get me wrong, stacked resumes, they play a part because it comes with the experience.
That's a good point.
You can't always lean onto that as well.
Yeah, but Canelo also went up.
I don't have to keep bringing them up, but like Carl Frampton had a stacked resume over me, and we see how that played out as well.
But I think the difference is too, with Canelo's losses, it was to Bivol and Mayweather. He was 22 years old, right? And then Bivol was the champion.
Also, Cotto and everyone, you can put. I don't actually again. I'm not knocking Canelo because again, I'm a Canelo fan. I'm not knocking him. I'm just going on. I'm just trying to give insight to how it doesn't play like that. Or doesn't always
What
play
does it mean? Yeah.
of who's going to win and who's going to lose. Because like say, okay, we go to the resume. People could say that Danny wasn't at his best when he fought Danny Jacobs, and that was a good fight.
Yeah.
Cotto wasn't Cotto. That you know what I'm saying. That was at 140, left hook to the body shot Cotto. And you know what I'm saying, and that was a good name on his resume and so forth. So I don't really go off of that as much. You know what I'm saying, I go off what's styles make fights and what's happening now.
Let's actually play the clip so we can actually really gauge it. I thought this was good mind games from Canelo, but let's play the clip.
Give me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter, a great fighter. I always say before I see him calling me out and want the fight and everything. I see before. I say before he's a great fighter, but if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter.
So Postal wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
Oh, so he wasn't commercialized. He wasn't.
Who's
he
that
wasn't a
Postal?
great. Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
What? 40 years old champion in that moment beat Mr. Posta in my gym. I saw that.
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
Ricky Bones doesn't elite.
Okay,
He's not elite.
It's cool.
Is there a champion?
I'm going to fight another elite.
There is
fighter
a champions,
in
good fighters, but elite fighters is different.
So
Wait.
So I'm going to fight an elite fighter in September.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we're
going to find out.
Then we're going to find out.
And don't get me wrong, you're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great fighter. But are you going to find out? I hope your uncle Turki Alashi pay you enough money because it's going to be the last. That's
it
for
may
sure.
be. It may be. Maybe.
I hope he pay you enough.
But you know, after fighters fight me, they never the same. So I just hope your career continue.
If you look at my career, never same after me.
I like Canelo's gamesmanship because it's kind of like I feel like people, and I said this in the Lampley interview. I feel like a lot of people, especially in America, feel as if Canelo's like this big brute that kind of moves forward. I feel like Canelo's really taking this extremely serious.
As he should.
He understands.
As he should. As he should.
I loved how he pointed out.
There's a lot on the line for him. People could say it's a lose situation, but still, there's a lot on the line. Hey, listen, you lose to Bud, they're gonna say lose to a smaller man. That's the reason why you probably don't want to fight guys like Benavidez. You beat Bud or whatever. Of course, you're gonna have the ones, you know what I'm saying, say that well he was a smaller guy, but at the same time, I'd rather take a win than take a loss to somebody that people you know what I'm saying supposedly claim you're supposed to beat, whatever. So
yeah.
He better be taking it serious because I know Bud's gonna be taking it serious.
No, absolutely. But I really feel as if he's really like, you know how like a lot of people say, oh, if it goes to the judges, they're gonna get a Canelo. Canelo's not trying to let it go to the judges, bro. He really believes, and I think he really honestly in his heart believes that Turki Alasik will go out his way for his guy to win. And he's made these comments, he's done a lot of these extra things. He has shown who his horse is, and I think Canelo is not willing to let it go.
What's some of the comments that he's made?
Oh, I mean, for instance, this one right here, like he's referring to Berlanga and Zepeda. He says, "I would be very upset if Berlanga and Zepeda knock out Shariz and Shakur. We have big plans for Shariz and Shakur, and this result will be a complete disaster." Of course, if you guys don't know, Shariz, I guess, allegedly was promised Canelo Alvarez if he were to beat Berlanga. And of course, with Shakur, he's trying to get the Gervonta fight. And apparently, Gervonta has been more open ever since Al Heyman has fighters with, if I'm not mistaken, signed up to fight with Turkey. So, he has made his comments. Right. And notice he said knockout, okay? Didn't say it goes to decision or lose. He said knockout because I really do believe, and I think a lot of fighters believe that whoever he's favored will get the decision.
But what is it though? If he wants Shariz to fight Canelo, who's he favoring with Canelo and Bud? Then if you sitting there and say that people think that he's favoring Bud,
yeah, he is favoring Bud. A lot of people do favor he's favoring Bud.
But you can't sit there and say he's favoring Bud, and then
Canelo's
to win to get a Canelo sweepstakes. I think a Canelo fight is bigger if he beats Bud for Shariz.
But for Shariz, regardless.
If he beats Berlanga, though.
Yeah, but Sharice, regardless, is gonna have him fighting. Even if Canelo were to
Man, he
lose
ain't
that
beating
fight, it
him.
would still be a big fight.
He not. I don't think he beating Berlanga either way.
I don't think he's beating him either.
I don't really care about
I
that.
think Berlanga may stop him, to be honest
That's
with
what I'm
you.
saying. He's gonna have to.
But the fact of the
He's
matter
gonna
is,
have to with that mindset.
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, look, but I think it's very key with Turkey making this tweet and saying, I'd be very upset if Berlanga is a pay to knock out Sharice and Shakur, because it takes it out of the judge's hands. And if they're claiming that, and just be honest, and if he's making a statement like that, he knows he can alter a decision. Now, I'm not saying that's what he would do, but the choice of words to me, if I was Berlanga or Zepeda,
I mean, yeah,
I
that's
would be concerned.
any fighter. I'm like, yo, fuck that. I gotta go in here and sleep his ass. You gotta go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But come on,
You gotta
Jamal.
go.
There's other ways to lose besides knockout, but you
You
can't.
gotta dominate. You gotta dominate. You gotta dominate each round also. But I think fighters that look for the knockout always look sloppy in the process. So you gotta basically set that shit up. But you gotta bank in the rounds, and you gotta clearly bank in those rounds one by one.
I just feel like the choice of words that he used makes him look hella biased by knockout.
It is biased. It is biased. You can't sugarcoat it. Listen, they got him putting those words on the Ring magazine, social media sites as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Platforms. So it's not. It is biased, but he's being upfront. I was surprised. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised that he said that about Berlanga. I thought Berlanga was, being the A side, whatever that he was going for, but he's clearly going for his man.
No, it didn't. I mean, he's also Sharice is also the guys. If you really think about it,
with the Carlos Dama situation.
Yeah, I mean, when he came and said you're losing or you're something by a round, I mean, bro, that's absolutely crazy. I would definitely.
Sad thing about it, he's open. Sad thing about it is crazy because he's open with it, but there's other promoters that definitely feels that way about certain fighters as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's just 100% open about it. Yo, he don't care.
I mean, it seems as if if it's a decision, he's not going to be concerned. Like he can sway the decision however he can, and this guy has a lot of money, and I think I would feel uncomfortable. That's why I believe when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, I think Canelo is going to go for the knockout from the beginning. I think he's going to punish Crawford.
Right. If he goes, listen, Bud's a good counterpuncher. Now you go looking for that knockout. You better try to get it off.
Oh yeah!
If you go out there swinging and missing and making stupid ass mistakes, he's gonna make it.
Yeah, but I think Canelo doesn't waste too many punches, especially.
I think Canelo. Honestly, in my opinion, of later years, he's more of a better defensive fighter.
Yeah.
When last time he got a knockout? 5 years ago, 2020.
4, but he's also fighting
5 years ago. We'll try to try to sell 4.25. Nah, 5 years.
He's still got the power, still the biggest puncher.
I'm not saying he does, but it seems like he's been more of a guy that's been trying to bank in rounds and play more of defense and then trying to go out for all offense.
But he's also fighting bigger guys. Like these guys are really big.
I'm telling you, it don't matter, man.
It does. It really does. I mean, Berlanga
to an extent, but if you got a smart fighter that he's basically outgunned in terms of firepower. Even like I said, I know you're gonna put the clip up later on. Bomac pointed that out. He's not an easy fight. He has a granite chin. We know that, you know what I mean. But at the same time, Canelo hasn't been that guy that's been. I forgot. It was back when HBO, and he put
Kirkland and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's putting them together. He's putting the combinations together. He hasn't been that way in a long time. He's been more of just playing it out and see where he goes from there.
I think more so it's also the size of the guys, because before that it was at 160.
And I get that. And trust me, I get that, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't see him still going all out. I mean, if he somehow hurts Bud, whatever, then I can see, okay, he's stepping on the gas, pushing forward and so forth. But even when he fought Jamel, you know what I'm saying, Jamel Charlo, who was another 154 fighter that moved up.
Yeah.
Even though Charlo's been there for longer than Bud at 54. When he put Charlo down, he didn't go for
He ran the rest of the fight.
Yeah, but you say that, but he didn't go. But at the same time, Canelo, he wasn't cutting the ring off, going for the kill. He just let him run, and then just basically bank more rounds in the bag.
I believe that this means a lot more to him, especially I do believe that he thinks that Turkey is favoring Bud Crawford. I don't think he's
Of
going to let
course
it go
he
to the
is.
promoters.
He said that. I hope he pays you enough money. I don't know if you had a clip of the first press conference. Turkey said it himself. He said, I don't know why I'm on this side. I wanted to sit next to Crawford. I'm like, damn. He's just like that.
And then, I mean, he was holding hands with Crawford in the middle of the ring. They looked really nice together.
I don't care what you say about all that, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm just keeping it real. He's not holding hands with Canelo. He's holding hands with Bud. It was a very, very
trying to get that. Listen, they're trying to get that. Listen.
Listen,
it is what it is.
But that was a very, very pause-worthy moment for me, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Ash is in the building. Ash, I just got back from vacation, so we decided to get back to work.
Catching up. He told me he got on to us. I look like I was tired. Look at him. He looked like he's still getting back. And look at him. This is why I've been on Ashley. Respectfully, what's today? Wednesday. We supposed to be on this morning. We missed Monday. We missed Monday because he was still doing the family thing. Respectfully, we back. We were trying to get back in the mix of things. Actually, we'll definitely be back. Let's say the tomorrow also and Friday. So
tomorrow we can do morning and night.
Trying to catch up.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up, and then Friday, and then we're back to normal Monday and the rest of the year. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing. Oh God, my son, dude, go to sleep. Vacation's over. Yeah, there you go. But there was a lot of stuff. I mean, we had the knockout heard around the world, which was crazy, right? But the crazy thing was the guy, after waking up, said he didn't remember the last 6 weeks of his life. Did you hear that? That was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. I was like, what the hell? But we'll get to that when we get to whatever. But I have more clips of of your team, talking. Let me put the infamous Bomac. Look what Bomac had to say about this Canelo versus Crawford.
Crawford, the box on the outside. Heard what Turkey said. He wants people to trade.
Listen, man, we just gonna get out there and win. Do whatever we need to do to win. I ain't gonna give out the game plan or nothing like that. But what everybody thinks is just, I know we gonna win. You know what? It's gonna be a good fight, tough fight. In the first couple of rounds, Terrence gonna figure it out, and we probably stop him in the late rounds. We probably stop him.
You know what he said?
Now, I really believe at that moment he realized his Cheetos were definitely infused with a very high THC level.
Here we go.
Listen, we know Crawford is not stopping Canelo. Like, he didn't even look like he believed it when he said it. He didn't believe that. He definitely did not believe that.
I'm not gonna say anything, bro. I'm just gonna let this play out. Now, if this shit happens, what you gonna say then? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy moment. That shit, if it goes down like that, it's gonna be crazy.
Not gonna happen.
Crazy.
You and I both know that is.
If it goes down like that, it's gonna be crazy though.
If anyone's gonna get knocked down, knocked out, it's gonna be Terrence. It's gonna be Gamboa Part 2, but this time it's gonna be.
What he said, he gave him his credit. Listen, they know they're going against. They know it's gonna be a tough task.
Do they know what they're going against? They've never seen anything like Canelo. Come on, Jamal.
They're challenging the first 4 rounds. I'm saying the first 4 rounds. So that's how Bud is to figure him out. Then you got to step on it.
And what if Canelo
congrats to your son as well, actually, though. Congrats to your son.
What if Canelo figures him out early?
Hey, chess match. Then Bud got to switch it up. Simple as that.
Ashley says Crawford is definitely getting knocked down. Ashley was at the Fanatics thing, I think, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I know. Were they there? Was Canelo there? No, he wasn't. No. That's when they released everything. But
right.
I mean, look, the promotion is starting to get revved up for it. We're about what? July, August. We're about 2.5 months away from.
They got plenty. Still got time. Like camps are usually 6 to 8 weeks. You still got plenty of time before like they fight in September. So that's why right now they're doing all their little promo tours and promo runs because they still got plenty of time to before they even get to really, put their foot on the gas in camps.
Shout out to my man Hot Boy Shook for reposting the stream. How about Bud's inactivity? What do you feel as if? I mean, he's had 2 fights in about 3 years. One of them being Errol Spence, and then one of them being Maginov, where he had a lot of problems. Let's be honest, he wasn't this sharp, and now he's jumping up another 14 pounds. Do you feel like that's going to play a large part in the fight?
Of course. Ring rust. I hate. I'm saying, like I said, even from a man, I wish he would stay more active. But it is what it is. But ring rust can definitely play a factor in the way the fight looks and the way the fight goes. Shout out to Canelo. Canelo's definitely been the busier of the two. And Canelo's also slightly a bit younger. So of course you look at all those factors. So I'm not gonna make any excuses or anything like that. But I think this is why you see Bud now. He's in Vegas now, getting a pre-camp to get that engine running to help get some of that ring rust off and get his body back in the field in the mix of things. Plus, you also got to consider as well. He probably is looking to, and you and I spoke about it a little bit off air about weight. He's probably looking to maybe add on a few extra pounds, but in a way that he can move around with it in terms of maybe adding some more muscle onto his body or whatever. But again, there's a lot of things that's going to take into factor other than just getting in shape. Say moving up 2 weight classes, you definitely got to get your body acclimated and adjusted to being worth something at the weight rather than just holding on weight. That's going to probably make you sluggish. I
have a theory as well, and I feel like the added weight is one thing. I get it to take certain things, but I was talking to my man. He's playing the NFL. Shout out to my guy Gerald, and he even said it when he was playing. A couple pounds would fatigue him more. Like just throwing people around, doing the thing. And this is a one-on-one sport. You can't really rely on your teammates. How much can the extra weight actually affect him, especially in later rounds, especially with him not being accustomed, and not only that, being pressured the way Canelo's going to pressure him?
I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. He's not wrong again because when you see a lot of good dudes that's like big out there and sore or whatever, that a lot of muscle can fatigue you a lot faster. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that play into this. But I think that with a good strength coach, shout out to Chet, nutritionist, and game plan. I don't think Bud's gonna get on the scale at 168. For starters. Yeah. But then even after the weigh-in, I don't think he's gonna put on a ton of weight. I think he's gonna just have to basically rely on athleticism and finesse Canelo as much as he possibly can going into that fight, rather than trying to match him with weight or trying to outdog him and muscle him around. I think Bud's gonna have to come with the perfect game plan to out finesse Canelo, one round at a time.
So you think Bud could possibly go in like at 265, and because it's the minimum is 268.
168.
Yeah, 160. I'm sorry. He's going at 165.
I see him probably coming maybe 175 the max.
It's going to be interesting. A lot of the stuff is starting to drop. Turkey Al-Asik is revving up the promo. Allegiant Stadium, but they have not dropped the tickets.
What are you talking about? He looks drained walking around with. How you look drained walking around extra weight though?
That's what she said. I don't know. He does look more like Kendrick Lamar now, though, than before.
I don't care what he look like, but you can't look drained. You basically eat. You doing whatever. You're not cutting.
Hey, listen, Ash is a big Canelo fan. She's been a Canelo fan forever.
I respect it, but you can't. I never see somebody looking drained moving up.
His energy.
His energy.
I just think he's he's realizing what he's about to face. You know what I mean? He did say he was only 70% sure that he'd be winning this fight. I mean, can we play that clip? I want to play.
Who's going to
win? Me? I'm glad you pointed to me first.
I was giving you the chance to admit you may not win, but no.
Nah.
You're 100% certain you're going to win.
We never 100%.
What percentage are you?
I'm going to say 70.
Really?
Yeah.
The 2/3 chance you'll win.
Of course. I'm always high on confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself, then why should anybody else believe in you? I'm the type of person that been told I couldn't do something or I had to move out of Omaha to become something. And just my self-belief in myself and my self-determination has gotten me to where I am now.
And what would it mean? What percentage confidence do you have you're going to beat him?
I guess I have that 30%.
70?
He says 70.
What did you say?
I guess I have that 30%. Right? At least I have that 30%. So
I mean, that's quite a concession.
I just need
I thought he'd say 100%.
I just need 1% chance. I don't need much.
So look,
just 1% is all you need.
I just need that 1%.
But do you have any doubt in your mind you're going to beat him?
No, I don't have doubt about it.
You're both 100. Really?
Yeah, of course. What do you want me to say?
No, I listen. It's not me getting in the ring.
Why do you want me to say?
All I know is one of you's going to lose.
Why do you want me to say?
I want you to be honest.
I'm gonna win.
No, but it's not about wanting to win. Of course, you want
What
to.
you want me to say?
Do you believe you're going to win?
I believe 100%.
100%.
100%.
So he's 70, you're 100.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. When he said 70%, you're never supposed to, as an athlete, I think, put any self-doubt in your head. It's supposed to be 100%. I think that's extremely concerning, in my opinion, Jim. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, well, you know."
Nobody worried about that. Like I said, that's early right now. Usually, as the camp goes on, let's visit that same question down the road at the camp's about to wind up. Every fighter's gonna say, "Oh, this is the best camp I have for 100%." So I don't like y'all nitpick every little thing with these
70. Jamel, if I asked you in your next fight, what's the percentage you're gonna win? Are you gonna say 70%? Don't tell me you're gonna say 70%.
Right now, I'm feeling like 20.
Yo, Kelvin. Yo, there is some doubt.
Right now, I'm feeling like
20
because I ain't been. It's been a while since I've been in the ring rust. I'm feeling like 20, but give me a full camp and I'll get back to you. I'll probably feel like about 92.
The fact that Bud sees a scenario of him losing this fight, I think it's definitely playing in his head, man.
Y'all nitpick everything. Listen, man. At the end of the day, numbers is numbers, whatever. It go. Listen, we'll find out how the fight looks in those first 3 rounds of the fight, and then whatever you can go.
If Canelo would have said 70%, people would have been.
Y'all wouldn't know. Y'all wouldn't be going this hard. Y'all wouldn't be going this hard. Y'all be like, you know what? He's saying it because Crawford is a good fighter, so I can understand why he would say certain.
You are never.
He said the same shit. Y'all would not be doing all this.
You are never supposed to allow doubt to come into your head.
Listen,
and
like I said,
showed.
Going back to my man Showbiz, he said of a body language that Bud had a big gulp and whatever, and he looked nervous the first encounter. The next encounter comes up, Bud shows him and presses on him and walks him down. It's always something different. It don't matter. Like I said, I don't go by all those interviews and interactions. I go by what the fuck going on in the ring.
There was a video of his trainer also saying, "Yo, we have to turn it up." Like he wants to see him more confident. I'm just saying, if your trainer wants you to turn it up in that light, I don't think it's a promo thing. I think it's a confidence thing.
There's another interview that I've seen that Bowman said that Canelo also knows how to lose as well. He's already lost twice. He knows how to lose.
People,
y'all not nitpicking that.
All the greats have lost, but at the end of the day, to bounce back from loss shows how great of a champion you are. The fact that Bud Crawford hasn't lost, it's not necessarily a positive. He hasn't faced adversity and been able to come back from it. Jamel,
we're gonna see, man. Listen,
stop it.
Shout out to Canelo. I'm glad he answered it right. What you want me to say? Of course, I feel like I'm gonna win 100%. Respect that. I'm not about to take nothing from Canelo. Because like you said, he's supposed to feel that way. But when it comes to Bud, y'all want to nitpick everything he say.
I mean, we can't do nothing. I mean, listen.
Exactly. We can't.
When you heard the answer, you didn't have a little bit of like.
I can say what I want. You can say what you want, but it's like you just point out. At the end of the day, we can't do nothing but let it play out.
Jamel, when you heard the answer, you didn't have a little bit like, damn, bud, you couldn't answer that a little better.
Nah, I know. Because you know why? Because I know the man. I know him. Maybe and not just me being a little bit biased because I personally know him. So I, you know what I'm saying? If anybody asks, Bud is very competitive. We all know this as well. So when it comes down to it, he's definitely not gonna feel like he can lose. He's gonna feel like he's gonna win the fight. If he would have said 40%, y'all just be like, oh, this fight's over.
Ron said, who did Canelo beat? That's a lead. Triple G is still the only person that Canelo.
And people feel like he lost the first fight.
No, I didn't. I thought Canelo beat him in the first fight.
Crazy.
Canelo won. You are sounding like Christine right now.
You think he won? You think he felt like he won the first fight?
I thought he won all 3 of them.
I thought he lost the first fight. Second fight, okay, whatever. Third fight, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Hands down, he won the third fight. But come on, man. And look at the level that Golovkin was at that point. He was losing, but he did what he had to do. A win's a win. He was losing the Kovalev fight.
But he still hasn't lost. He
also
fought Cotto. Cotto was coming off.
He didn't fight Kovalev at his top elite. When Kovalev was crushed.
Cotto was still doing his thing. He beat Margarito.
Who was the big? Y'all know in the comment. Who was the big buff ass dude from the UK that Kovalev was struggling with? With the cornrows that Kovalev had to come back and knock his ass out too. So he wasn't no elite. He wasn't an elite crusher then either.
But the question is, Who elite has Bud beat? I mean, we're gonna count.
Thank you, L. I'm looking at my memory. I'm gonna hear my text. Thank you, L. It's a realistic number. It's still listen when growing up, a 70% was a C average.
Who wants to be a C average student?
Anthony Yard. Thank you, L. Anthony Yard. He wasn't.
Come on,
when you say he was elite, he was struggling with Anthony Yard.
You're telling me right now, if your son were to bring home a C, you would be happy with a C?
Nah, because I know that there's more that he can do, but it's still. I'd rather him bring a C than an F and go and get left behind.
Ash, I'm totally with you. He's definitely
actually, I gotta cut it out. Y'all just
I'm just keeping it real. I mean, listen, a C average.
I'm not saying that Bud with the can pass this type of flying colors. No, Canelo's a hard pass. He's never been knocked out. He's probably have the best. Let me point out, he probably had the best point resistance in boxing. But at the same time,
absolutely,
I'm giving Canelo his props. Y'all sit there and nitpick everything that Bud says, though. How is that being biased? I didn't say he's gonna wipe the floor with Canelo.
You're making a lot of excuses. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all.
Ron, stop it. Stop it. Stop being insane. Bud has never been anybody of the level of Canelo.
He's talking crazy right now. In this
he's bugging. Ron is
bugging.
Ron is by KOT. Stop it. Ron. Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic. Canelo resume is so overrated. And he's talking. It's okay. Who's better?
He bugging too, right?
Who's his better?
Adam bugging too, right?
Who's his better? Sean Porter.
In terms of names,
Is he better than
in terms of
Miguel Cotto?
In terms of names on the resume, Canelo got the names. Let's be real.
Okay, so let's just say Sean Porter, Miguel Cotto. Who's the better fighter? At any point of their career.
Who's the better at any point of career?
Yes.
You probably give the you're gonna give the Miguel.
Probably.
No, I said we're gonna give
Sean Porter's not a Hall of Famer.
Whoa. He made listen.
Come on. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't want to drag them back. Anybody in the Hall of Fame is definitely doing better than me.
Yo, Ron, you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna get blocked.
Y'all gotta stop it, man, with this Hall of Fame shit also. Because there's some people in there that's in there because they had exciting fights and shit.
Oh, you're taking shots at Gotti.
I ain't saying I ain't mentioning no names.
That's who you
brought that up.
That's who you meant.
I don't like I said again, my man Diego should be in there too. Corrales should be in there as well.
Oh my God. Yo, you are so. I mean, you have the right to be biased.
I'm not. I'm just saying, yo. I don't go out there. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Yo, Sean Porter definitely be going to the Hall of Fame.
Not for his ballot.
He's going to go to the Hall of Fame.
He is not a Miguel Cotto.
Today's era of boxing, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He may not be a first ballot, but he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Maybe. I don't know about.
All right, man. We'll come back to this a few years from now. Sean Porter's going to the Hall of Fame, yo. Like I say, he may not be considered a first ballot, whatever, but he's definitely gonna get his name. His name's gonna get called up. I promise he's gonna get called up.
You think so?
I promise you.
You think so? Okay. I mean,
I promise he's gonna get called up.
We could agree to disagree. We could agree to disagree.
Cool. All right, it's cool.
He might. I like Sean Porter. Shout out to Sean. You know what I mean? But
Sean is underrated. He's going. Listen, Sean, like others, he's made for exciting fights. He's went out there and beat. He's a multiple, world champion. He's fought everybody. He's fought everybody. Think about it. Everybody he's fought in his class, even if he lost, it was a close ass decision. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. Come on, man.
Yeah. Nah, whatever, man. You guys are high. But let's move forward.
See what he could say to everybody high.
No. I was reading the comments. I wasn't talking about
everybody high. Everybody high.
This guy, Ron, is definitely high. He's definitely high. I'm sorry. My man Adams is a 40-year-old Mayweather said Canelo was easy work. He says everybody's easy work. Stop it.
Man. But he proved it.
He beat him.
Let me guess. Canelo was young and yada yada
yada. He was 22, but he beat him.
He called for the fight. Him and Oscar been calling for that fight forever. And Floyd said, "Fuck."
Bud hasn't beat anybody that's half of what Canelo is. Stop it.
Cool. That's cool. And neither did Bevo. At the time.
Yeah, that's at the time.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. I will give you a point.
Ashley, you can join this too. We can do this all day.
Jamel is so biased.
I'm just keeping it. I just look at it. Like, I know boxing. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying I know boxing too, though.
Oh my God, this guy, these kids. It's 11 o'clock. What are you doing up? Jesus Christ. Here's your
He
cooler
got
drink.
more time. He got to focus over there because he can't. It's whatever we throwing him over here, it ain't going down, y'all.
Listen, Errol Spence is not Canelo Alvarez. Please don't make that comparison. Stop it. I'm sorry. Please don't do that. Like, come on, bro. Like,
we're going resumes now. We're going resumes. We're going over Hall of Fame. Who going in the Hall of Fame?
Bud didn't even count Errol as an elite fighter in his resume.
People at the time,
Stop
175 was not 175 was not loaded. Even that was not loaded. And what did he do to Canelo in that fight?
He won. He beat him.
Before, and Canelo had all the names in the resume, right?
He beat him, but he also went up a bunch of weight classes.
Canelo was too small, but before that, he moved up to fight Kovalev at the same weight class.
Okay,
go ahead.
I give it to Bivol. I give it to him. I give it to him. Look, your man is finally challenging himself.
And you see, he wasn't quick to circle the block on that fight.
He wanted to, but this guy wanted at 168. He wanted to do it.
Exactly. Bring him down.
He wanted to stay at 175.
Bring him down to a lower weight class, right?
No. He wanted to stay at 175.
I gotta stop it, man.
Your man wanted to come to 168. But let's move forward.
And he's daring to be great. And there's no rehydration clauses and none of it. Nobody's bringing that up. No rehydration clauses, none of that. No, you got a cap off here on none of that shit. Cut it out, y'all.
I'm tired.
He's gonna fight Canelo at his best. So what y'all gonna say then if Bud fuck around, whoop his ass?
We're gonna see September 13th.
September 13th. Lock in.
September 13th, Canelo will be putting him to sleep.
Lock in.
But moving forward, apparently, according to Dan the Boxing Man, shout out to him, Brian Norman Jr. has just been offered a fight in Saudi against Devin Haney. Apparently, Devin Haney signed it, and they're promoting this fight. Devin Haney at 147 going to fight Brian Norman Jr. What's your take on this fight?
Light-skinned brothers.
What?
Light-skinned brothers getting at each other, you know what I mean? But nah, that's a good fight. Shout out to Bill Haney. Yeah, I seen. Let's not forget. Bill Haney's been on foot patrol.
Yeah,
walking down everybody for a fight. He just walked down Richardson Hitchens a couple of days ago, whatever, out in New York. So Bill's definitely a great promoter. I say that Bill's one hell of a promoter. And again, give Devin Haney credit. I know you wasn't a fan of his last fight, but Devin is still going ahead to try to challenge the biggest fights he could possibly get instead of taking these tune-ups.
Listen,
because Brian Norman right now, many are saying he's the best welterweight, and he just came up with probably knockout of the year. Flatline, man.
I don't even think it's close. I think he definitely is the best welterweight by default. To be honest with you,
and the youngest champion right now, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. He definitely is. But this is my thing. This is my whole thing. It's a big opportunity for him now to clean out the division. The one thing he has going for him that Boots didn't have going for him is now there's going to be more name recognition fighters of the likes of Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Rolly Romero's being moved up to the champion. So he's going to get some more, I would say, I don't want to say lemons. He's going to get more high-profile fights with less competition, in my opinion.
Oh.
I don't think Rolly.
Brian, because it's not. I mean, so he gotta go for them right now. Brian right now is probably looking for the paydays. I'm not mad at that. He went over the seas to Japan. A lot of people thought he was crazy to go over to Japan to fight, a guy on their own territory, on their own home front. Yeah. He went over there anyway. He did it be great. He flatlined his ass, and now he's probably looking for now I deserve not only a big payday, but a big name that's gonna really put me out there as one of the best, not just in my division, but in boxing as a whole.
No, absolutely. I'm with you on that. I do believe that these are the names that are going to help Brian become more of a household name. I definitely agree with you. But my thing is, I feel like there's a lot of damaged fighters going up to 147 with Ryan and now Devin, but they have name value. My only thing with the Devin fight is what Devin's going to show up. Are we going to get the Roadrunner Devin?
We'll see. We'll see.
And that's the only thing. That can be a really, really bad fight for Brian Norman Jr. I don't believe that they're going to give Devin the fighting that way, to be honest with you, against Brian Norman.
We'll see. But again, I give Devin credit for even wanting to even think about that fight.
No, I mean, listen, his
Yeah,
dad.
y'all can't have it both ways, no. Either he gonna fight somebody that's worthy, or you're gonna criticize him for fighting a tomato can or a bum. Which one is it, man?
No, me personally, I like Devin. I just want to see him get back to fighting the way he does, because I don't think you can go from what we just saw and then go fight Brian Norman after you just saw what Brian Norman just did with the same exact punch that you couldn't block. With the same punch you couldn't block with a guy that probably hits harder. I don't think he's going to be very active in that fight. So to me, it's one of those things. Do you feel confident at that point in Devin Haney? We just seen him go through a trauma unit, and now this guy just knocked the memory out of a guy for 6 weeks. Think about it. The guy couldn't remember the last 6 weeks of his life. Devin Haney wanted to forget last year.
That's on him. Listen, he was talking big shit, about to be the first Japanese welterweight champion in the world, yada, yada, yada. He was feeling real confident. People thought I was crazy when I was like, he's going, you know what I'm saying? Brian's going to go over there and win. I knew he was going to win, but I didn't think he was going to, you know, the way it happened is what it is. But
I call the knockout.
I'm saying, so don't like this. These are the risks we take every time we get in that ring.
No, absolutely. But think about it psychologically.
Yeah, the fact that you can't remember 6 weeks of your life is crazy.
It's insane. It's insane.
This is not funny because I'm glad he's okay, but that's crazy to say that like you can't remember. You don't remember going to training camp. You just remember you just ended up in the hospital. That's crazy work.
Bro, 6 weeks, and then basically the same punch that put that Devin Haney's probably been having nightmares about is the same punch he knocked out the Japanese guy with, and that's the fight that he signs. And you expect me to sit there and believe that we're gonna get a Devin Haney that's gonna want to fight?
He still won his shit. It is what it is.
And in Saudi, where if he runs, I listen. I can almost guarantee that the ring is going to be so small because he has Devin Haney in Saudi.
No, you know Turkey gonna make that ring small. But again, this is what he signed. This is what he wants to sign up for. Give him that. And we got to just let it play out.
I think it's more about the money. I think the fact that Turkey Al-Asik doesn't want to see one of those bullshit fights anymore. He wants to see a name recognition fight that he can make money on.
Turkey makes it very known what he fucking want to see. He makes it known that he got certain fighters he wants to see win. He makes it known that he does not trying to entertain fights where guys are running and what he said, Tom and Jerry bullshit.
No.
So at least he makes it known that what the fuck he wants to do.
No, absolutely. I just feel as if when it comes to Devin going through what he went through and then seeing what we just saw, I can't imagine any scenario where Devin is going to stand there and fight against Brian. I just don't. I'm sorry.
You can still box and maneuver in any type of ring, honestly. I've done it.
No, I mean, you have, but you didn't go through that trauma that he went through. Like, I feel like he's not there, bro. And listen, everybody reacts to things differently. Is he really going to fight? And then think about it. The things that they were saying, right, in that fight. Well, you know, that was strategic against Ramirez because, you know, he has a strong left hook or whatever the hell he was. I think Brian Norman hits way harder.
Jose is a pressure fighter. Brian is a boxer.
But he has power. He has more power.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but I don't think they're going to have to do a lot of running against a boxer. I think it's going to be more of a chess match, but you still got to watch out for the incoming. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be a lot of running. Jose will press you from start to finish. This I know. I've sparred with Jose plenty of times in the past. I've been roommates with Jose, growing up and coming up in the amateurs. Me and Jose were roommates during the Olympic trials. We were roommates in Brazil. You know, so I've sat with Jose. I know what he's going to do. I know what type of style he has. Jose Ramirez is a pressure fighter. Brian Norman is not a pressure fighter. Brian is a boxer, but he's a boxer with power.
No, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. I just feel
that being said, you can still sit there with him, but you got to be slick. You got to be slick in the pocket. You know what I mean? But if you with a pressure fighter, you got to keep moving. You got to keep offsetting him. So I don't think he's going to run against a Brian Norman.
I mean, we're going to see. We're definitely going to see. And so you like the fight. You like the fight for Devin.
I'm cool with it.
Okay. Who you got winning?
I'll probably lean towards Brian, of course. You know, the man. He's a natural bigger man. He's a stronger man. And again, like you just said, we still got to see with Devin, you know what I'm saying, if he mentally from the Ryan fight where he's at, because we didn't get to see much. I was in the Ramirez fight. But of course, you got to lean towards Brian. But at the same time, I'm never going to count Devin out. Devin shit. He does have the natural. He got natural tools, and he got the reach. He does have the reach and everything. So, and I don't think Brian is a taller, that much taller than him. So, you know what I mean? And he's still young. He still has youth on his side as well. Even though I think Norman's younger, but still, Devin still has youth and experience on his side as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight. Hopefully, it does materialize. They did say that he did already sign, so I'm looking forward to that. We definitely gonna see. There is, 147. Listen, Brian Norman has the opportunity right now to really bring up his name with the amount of stars that are going into his division. I mean, Rolly's a star. Ryan Garcia beat in about a year. If he can get these 3 wins and maybe even a Teofimo, I think he takes himself into the next level of stardom. So I think Brian definitely has an opportunity to become a legit star, especially with the individuals that he's about to face. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Hold on. What we got here? So we have a fight this weekend. Hey, can you put that over there? Put that over there. This guy's listening to something. I don't know what it is. So actually, before we get to that, let's go to somebody that a lot of people felt as if was ducking Brian Norman or whatever. His name is my man Jaron Ennis, Boots, and this is what Robert Garcia had to say about him.
Look, I'll tell you right now, because this is for sure. Yesterday, I was told by very fucking, ¿cómo se llama eso? Como like a real
reliable sources,
100% that now that he's moving up, right away they invited him for the fight against Virgil for September, and he said he needs 2 tune-up fights at 54 before he fights Virgil. So he's bullshitting.
Oh,
he's bullshitting. He's the video, the camera, whatever. Obviously, he's gonna say that because he's a fighter and he's a bad motherfucker. He's bad. He's bad. But moving up to weight, and I don't blame him either. He wants 2 fights before he fights Virgil.
So basically, Jaron Ennis basically came out and said that he wanted to fight first with Virgil Ortiz, but Virgil had a hand injury. Robert Garcia saying that when they approached him with the fight, he came out and basically said he needed 2 tune-up fights to fight Virgil Ortiz. Who do you tend to believe more? I'll start with you, Jamal.
I don't see Robert has a reason to lie. Be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
2 tune-up fights is crazy, though. I can see about 1 to get acclimated with the weight, but 2 is crazy.
I'll tell you this. I definitely agree with you. When it comes to the Robert Garcia situation, if you recall, he took the fight at 147, Virgil Ortiz. Virgil can't make 154 last year. And then when Virgil came out and said, no, we would take the fight at 154, he absolutely turned it down and said, nah, I can't make, I'm going to stay at 147 and unify. 1 fight later, or maybe 2 fights, I think it was 1 or 2, and he's back and he's going to 154, and then he comes out with that. So I'm definitely with you. I don't,
because they say Robert said he's a bad motherfucker, and he's a bad dude. They know they still know Boots is dangerous. Boots is naturally talented, gifted, skill wise, whatever. But I don't see, like I said, he says from a reliable source. I don't see why he would lie again. And he says he's saying two tune-up fights. Which is crazy. But then again, you don't never hear anything from Boots' side. You don't hear nothing. If I feel like somebody lying on me, I'm coming out. Even if I got to come out on my Instagram stories, whatever, I'm coming out to say something. You never hear nothing from their side.
Well, he did do an interview where he stated that he wanted Virgil, but Virgil was dealing with an injury.
Well, okay, but they know listen, let's be real. We know how to fuck. We know boxing world is small. Motherfucker had a fucked up hand.
Yeah. Listen, 154 is tough. There's not going to be a lot of tune-up fights for Virgil.
They'll find some. They'll find some tomato can. They'll find it. They'll find it to me. It won't be anybody that you may know. Well, they'll probably find somebody, put them in. Of course, they probably won't expect it to sell, so they probably throw it in their hometown or somewhere close to Philadelphia, where at least it'll bring out the hardcore fans of Boots to fill up the arena or whatever, and go from there. But you could listen, boxing, you'll find a good matchmaker will find somebody.
I just feel like at 154, there's so many names. Those are
not tune-up. Those are not tune-up.
But I'm saying there's a lot. That's probably the most notable division in regards to names. So I feel like there's at least 10 really good names at 154, bro. Like, if you really think about it, it's a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot, of course. Which one I like just for define him right now, they can find him 2 bodies from anywhere. But after that, there's definitely a lot of good names. Even if he doesn't take Virgil in the 3rd fight, there's still a lot of good names at 154 that a good matchmaker will can match up with Boots to complement his style.
It's a lot of smoke at 154. I'll tell you this. I will say that if Boots is able to conquer that division, man, that to me solidifies him as a superstar. There's just too many good fighters at 154. I just don't want to see another. I want to see Boots finally live up to his potential. And I want to see him fight a big fight, whether it's Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz, Fundora, Tim Tszyu, Bakram, Jamel Charlo, or is it Jamal? One of the Charlos. So I just feel as if I want to see him. And I think the fans have been waiting in dire need to see him to beat one of these.
He better fight somebody, because again, I'm not trying to make comparisons. I don't really care for that. But like Bud jumped up, you say whatever he wanted, but he jumped to fight a champion right the rip at 154. I think Boots should at least jump up to fight somebody legit as well at 154, because he is a champion, and he's a hell of a champion. But to have to say two and a bit, if you're not gonna fight Virgil, at least fight style wise somebody that's closer to Virgil Ortiz to get a good read on what you expect when you do fight a Virgil Ortiz instead of just fighting 2 tomato cans.
Well, to be fair though, you said he was a champion. Remember, he did get emailed the champion and only defended it once.
And then,
on the other hand,
he took the belt, and then he took the belt from another champion.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's 2 fights, but I would like to see him fight a name at 150. I would like to see him fight maybe Tim Tszyu. Give us Tszyu. Beat somebody like that. I'm not mad at that.
Honestly, I don't think Tszyu can win the.
But I think the name recognition.
Fundora with the rematch Fundora.
You don't think he's going to beat Fundora in the rematch?
His last fight, he wasn't aggressive. He was kind of gun shy. The last fight,
Bakram put him into next week. That's why. I mean,
he fought after that. He fought in Australia.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. But Bakram,
he was gun shy coming off that loss. Going into that fight, he was a little hesitant. So and then you're gonna get a guy that busted you open and then beat you. I don't think he could beat Fundora.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely with you on that. Mentally. All right, ask your mother. Jesus Christ. It's 11 o'clock, and they're asking me about
all these kids is up.
Bro, it's still on vacation over here, bro. It's insane.
It's summertime.
It's the summertime. But I want to see what goes on.
I know, man. We was with shit. We was worse back in the day than sometimes. We was out in the streets.
What? Nah, my mama whistled outside.
We was out there in the streets.
I just said Tim Heckno fight who gave Virgil work. Bochuk, at least. There's a lot of names. I'm just saying name recognition. Tim Tszyu is a big name. Still a big name. I'm sorry. I get
it. But that's it. That's a name. That's it.
Yeah, but
Tim Tszyu has never come up. Tim Tszyu is popular. Let's be real. And he's popular solely based off his father's. It's his name.
Oh, that was cold.
Nah, let's go. Okay. Real talk. Where did most of the talk come from? The popularity come from? Who his father is? Let's be real. But who has he? My man Terrell Goucher put him down in the first round when he came to the States. Who has Tim Tszyu be like? Damn, Tim Tszyu is really stepping out of his father's shadow into his own man. And then when he did, he got clipped.
No, you're right, bro. I mean, listen, I can't argue that. I'm definitely with you on that. But still, name recognition.
Where the fuck is Matthew Hatton at? Where Ricky Hatton's son at? It's hard.
I like him.
It's hard for them. These fighters that's sharing their fathers last names and such, and trying to follow that legacy.
Yeah. Speaking of fathers, boxers that are following their father's legacy, my man Julio Cesar Chavez had this to say about
you on some shit. But Vada's here today. Yes.
What the fuck?
See, if I'm,
You say
if I
shit.
play
This
with
is
the
how dumb.
timings,
No, this is how dumb you
I'm
are.
super smart,
This
man.
is how dumb he
I'm
is.
the first YouTuber, pound for pound, #1 in the world. Yes, here,
He's getting angry.
look at me, man.
He's an angry little elf.
No, I'm not angry, man. It's true, man.
You, your team, a bunch of idiots. You're like, oh, he's on shit. What are you trying to say?
What happened? When you fight Tyson, don't do the anti-doping. When I fight Tampa the first time in 20 years, then don't make me anti-doping when in your fights. So it's something to you, you know. Never be like you, man. Because
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know, you know, but
I think he's saying you're a cheater.
I don't know what he's talking about.
no cheating, nothing, you know. I love boxing, man. No, o sea, dile que él no, él ha tenido más posibilidad, me explico, güey.
Dice que estás triste.
Wah.
It's wow, yeah.
What do you think about? And he also said in that same interview that if he were to lose to Jake Paul, that he would never have anything to do with boxing. He said Paul is cheating. What's your take on that?
I don't know. Don't care really, man. Because it's not like it's not saying give it a pass because it's Paul. But again, like who has Paul been in there where it be like, yo, we need to get some testing done, type of fight.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. He's not. For the most part, half of Paul's career has been based on just YouTube type matches, whatever. I mean, you should always have testing, but I don't get where Julio's coming from. There, the guy testing, he should be happy. He should be happy. But I mean, if anything, I'd have brought up. Listen, when you fought Tyson, what was it? They had like 16-ounce gloves on. They had fucking sparring gloves on. There was 2 minute round. He should have brought that shit up. I don't know about the other shit. Bring that up.
Are you looking forward to this? Do you think that he beats Chavez?
He probably does, man.
You don't think
it depends on what Chavez you bring, man. But right now, Chavez look he don't even blink his eyes, man. I don't know what the fuck going on with Julio these days.
His last fight, he was on the undercard of Jake Paul fight. He looked absolutely horrible.
Alexa, I'm always gonna support the boxer, but at the same time, like I give credit to Jake Paul. He has gotten better over time. I'm not counting the Tyson fight at all. Fuck that. But again, when I see him training and everything, he has taken a lot more serious and got better with his technique. But we also don't know what the fuck Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. would get. Like, don't get me.
I feel like,
and if y'all think that Jake Paul's team is not strategically picking these fucking opponents for a reason to their advantage, y'all are fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I definitely feel like he sees a wounded animal, and then watching him in that last fight really was just like, all right, what problems is he really going to give us? And again,
he lost to my man Anderson Silva. Shout out to my man Anderson Silva. Anderson's my guy, man. But
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because he is.
Yeah, LeVar, come on, bro. Like, y'all don't think they picking these fighters? That's what good matchmakers do.
Yeah. I like Jake, so I'm
gonna put Jake in there with Badu Jack. As a matter of fact, I think that's what they saying next. If they take a Badu Jack fight, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? Jake really trying to be a champion, man. He really trying to step it up in his game. But other than that, I think Jake just doing what he do. Jake's interactions and build-ups are very entertaining. It's good showmanship. It's good promoting. But other than that, in terms of the opponent wise, I really don't care, man.
Do you think this fight sells? I have a feeling that this fight
listen, right? Okay, you guys think you got they co-promote with Golden Boy Promotions in this card, and Golden Boy is helping stack up the card. They're not stupid. They know that this fight alone is not going to sell the fucking card.
Who else is on the card? What's on the card?
Gilberto Ramirez is on the card. It's a co-main event.
Yeah, I'm not super. I think Jake Paul may take a. I don't think he's gonna lose the fight, but I don't think it's gonna be a big draw. I just have a feeling it's not.
It's not a big draw because a lot of people, for the most part, a lot of people don't think that Julio alone is what he was when he was fighting with top rank at HBO.
Yeah, and then all the rumors of his behavior and not being dedicated. I just feel like this is just going to be.
I just want to see the Pop show up and they have him ringside. And, Julio seeing being there looking crazy, like what the fuck going on here?
Julio Senior may say something directed at his son that can be super disrespectful, bro. Like I don't know, man.
I can tell you right now, nobody in the chat is hyped for this fight.
No,
disrespect, but this is why They got Golden Boy Promotion as a co-promoter because you got to put some type of real fight yet again on the Jake Paul card. Just like you had to do Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor on that card. Come on, man. We know it's like.
No. Listen, I'm with you.
It's a fight that just to slowly but surely build up Jake until he gets in the rankings and really, whatever and so forth. But it's whoever's steering the ship, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing with Jake Paul. You can't go out there and have Jake Paul put him in some risk because if he fuck around gets knocked the fuck out, all that hype behind him or whatever, even from his hardcore base, it goes out the window. You gotta keep the gravy train rolling as much as you possibly can.
Well, there's some other news that was made. E-Man, I don't know what this name is. I-Man Keyleth told to
the Olympian.
Yeah, what the hell is that about? I mean, so I was confused.
As a dude, I don't listen, man. Somebody's got to give his medals back. But shout out to Christine. Christine said the International Olympic Committee wasn't involved, so there's no real proof behind that. Whatever I think she said.
No proof behind what exactly?
IOC not involved, so it's not official. Basically, the International Olympic Committee is not involved in it, so it's not official that he or she, whatever the fuck y'all want to label it, whatever, has to get back their medal.
So okay, so they're basically saying that this is possibly a man, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
So he doesn't want to go into sex verification. I mean, that's the weirdest thing ever. Like, it's either you're a boy or a girl, no? I mean, what sex verification do you have to go through at this point? I mean, my son was born. I looked. Okay, you got a pecker. Isn't that a boy? I don't understand what's.
We at different times, man. You get to choose what you want to be these days. I don't fucking know. I don't care.
No. I mean, no. Remember Trump when Trump got in office? That's the first thing he knocked down. He said no mixed gender sports. Remember,
shout out to my man James in the chat, man. He gave me this conversation today is wild.
Oh, James, there's no such thing as rankings in boxing. It's politics. Guys show up there. I want my fighter to be top 10.
Whoever got the biggest pocket and the better bagging gets ranked. Let's be real. Shit, it's a business.
Rankings are a joke. It's a joke, dude. You know what I mean? But so hold on. Back to this Olympian. So is this a real story? I'm not.
I mean, it's a story. I don't know if it's real, but it's a story that's been out there.
I remember seeing about this individual. I don't want to offend anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk much on that either. But I had to bring it up. It's in boxing.
Yeah. When they say it's kind of weird when it says sex verification testing. I just don't understand how complex that test must be.
It's like 5 boxes now on the verification these days.
No, but how difficult must that test be? Like, all right, Jamal, we're gonna find out if you're a boy or girl, Jamal.
I know the fuck.
I'm just saying, like Jamal, like what's so difficult? It's either you got a pole or a hole, no? Like, it's just this world is insane. Like, what verification do you need? I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about this shit. But damn, there's a lot of people in the chat.
It's crazy. This shit we got to. It's crazy, and it's like you gotta watch what you say because you don't want to offend nobody. They want to cancel you forever and tell you the bullshit.
No, but that's the thing that throws me off. It's sex verification test.
Motherfuckers will argue about that shit too, real hard, and they're like, yo, like shit, like this. I'm just going on with the fuck. The motherfucker. They said the motherfucker was born a man, whatever, but they want to argue with that, and they want to. Everybody becomes a scientist now.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not. It's just weird because, again, I don't want to get into my own political views, but
I don't care, yo. Keep that shit over there.
I just want to see how confusing.
I don't care, yo.
Like, what do they have them stand there and just be like, all right, like, dude, it's how difficult does the test have to be administered?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I got my Woody Hutton shirt on.
Woody
Martin. You got it.
Yo, what's wrong with you?
I changed it up. Got my Woody Hutton. Bruh man with a bad wig on shirt, you know.
Oh my god. What's wrong? These kids are tired. I'm gonna put these guys in bed. You down to go tomorrow? I'm down.
Yeah, let me know. You might be. He gonna say that now, but he gonna have a hard time with the kids, y'all. And guess what? He's gonna like, yo, man, I went to bed, man, because these kids is up late. No,
Worst case scenario, we'll just do a night show tomorrow. But
It's
I'm
right.
definitely-
Cool, man. It's cool. I'm up.
Christine said that we didn't send her the link. I could have sworn she said.
Yeah, I know, Christine, but we seen you. You was doing your thing, Christine. I wasn't.
I thought that voice message that she sent. I thought that was her saying that she had bronchitis and she wasn't going to do anything.
Hey,
no, sorry, Christine. We'll bring you back on tomorrow. But
about
shit,
to-
on that note, man.
got my little bag of edibles here. Like that.
Damn, you're promoting that, but you didn't want to talk about this sex verification test.
God, this is why I gotta take this type of shit. This shit is wild. I gotta escape. Yo, this is a crazy world out here, y'all.
I have my own medication right here, man.
That's my medication. Y'all, that's for real. Yo, the doc listen.
I got mine. Look right here.
Shout out to my man L at. L know the doc said, listen, you got PTSD. This is what you boom, bet. We on it. We on it.
Jesus Christ, Jamal.
I gotta chill for the night.
All right. On that note, we're out of here. Appreciate you guys.
That 3,000 crazy. I
Tomorrow,
don't know if I'm take all that shit. It's crazy.
remember, guys, we're back to scheduled timing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If we do a makeup show, it'll be either tomorrow night or we might double up and do a morning and night for tomorrow. Just let us know. Let us know in the comments.
LeVar, hey, shout out to all my little all my fellow veterans out there. 4th of July is considered our day too. So go ahead. I don't know if you gotta eat it or you gotta smoke it.
We gotta talk off air.
Yo, I'm gonna chill. I'm my man over here say, yo, man, we gotta chill. I'm just saying, I gotta be real.
Oh my God! All right, Jabel, we out of here, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Salute y'all, but y'all be good out there.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. is the normal time. We may double up tomorrow. Hit us up on social media at Jamel Herring.
Double up like Nate's.
Yep, at Streetstar NORBE, the 10A podcast on YouTube, and I don't know Jamel's name on YouTube.
It's just Jamel Herring. Everything Jamel Herring with me. I don't got it or the whatever. Just Jamel Herring. I don't do that flashy shit. Kids waiting on you, bro. Kids waiting on your ass. They on your ass.
Yo, I'm out. We out of here, y'all. We out. Appreciate you. One.